BBC Three Counties Radio.
8:15, you're listening to BBC Three Counties Radio and BBC Radio Northampton. Now, this year, Health Data Research UK is in its third year of running its prestigious Black Internship programme. Over 90 interns will gain placements with around 55 hosts organisations, including organisations such as Bupa, Cancer Research and Offer of National Statistics. Through this initiative, 10,000 Black interns get the opportunity to work on real-world data on a variety of health data science projects with some of the UK's leading health research and academic organisations. The programme is to run in partnership with the UK Health Data Research Alliance and aims to tackle the underrepresentation of Black people within science, technology, engineering and mathematics careers. To talk a little bit more about this and someone who can speak from first-hand experience of the programme is intern Elizabeth Williams from Buckinghamshire. Hello.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm very well, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good. So tell me, why did you apply for this programme?
So for me, it was more looking for experience. So I applied for 10,000 Black interns back in November. As I'm really interested in carrying out health research in some way that helps inform policy and practice, specifically in pharmacy. I'm not too sure exactly what area, but I do recognise that continuous research is so important to be able to recognise where things can improve in healthcare and public health. And I'm really hoping that this internship will help build a foundation in my understanding of what it means to be a researcher in health.
Yeah, so what area of science in particular are you interested in?
So I currently study pharmacy at the University of Birmingham, and I'm about to finish my third year. And for me, I'm really interested in seeing how a pharmacist can really help make changes in special interest groups, so specifically women and children, minority ethnic groups, or people with mental health disorders.
Amazing.
And after speaking to people at the host organisation, I found that there are pharmacists that work in the institute that also do research and work as a healthcare professional. So it's looking really good, and I'm really excited to find out a bit more about how that can fit into my future career as well.
Yeah, and it's a very competitive programme. How did you feel when you heard you'd been selected?
Honestly, really surprised. From the time I applied to getting an offer, it was about 6 months. So I wasn't really expecting much out of it, as it had been quite a while. And I also thought that the organisation could be quite strict in terms of what type of interns they were looking for, so whether it was straight data scientists or people that have done maths at uni. But I found that through the interview process, the host organisations were really open about what types of people they interviewed, and really recognised that it was more about experience. And for me, it's an amazing opportunity to be able to get involved and get insight into a possible career path.
Right.
So I'm really excited to get started.
And just from your point of view, I know you said you applied back in November. You've obviously got a passion for science. How important is it for you that programmes like this exist?
I'd say very important. Growing up, I can kind of see now how Black people are underrepresented in STEM, essentially, so in all science careers. Even looking at my teachers, my lecturers, I think I've maybe had one Black teacher or lecturer in my whole time from primary school up until now in my third year of university.
Yeah.
I think it's really important for young people like myself to be able to see people that look like us in those positions.
Yeah.
It's quite difficult to see yourself there if you've never seen or heard anything like it. So I think it's really important, especially for future generations to come, that Black people are represented in.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And also on the line here, I've got Martin Levermore, the chair of the adversity panel. Hi, Martin. My apologies, he is not there. So, sorry, Elizabeth. Could you tell me a little bit more about your personal career goals then, and what you're hoping to get out of the programme?
So for me, my main ultimate goal is to be able to work in both research and healthcare at the same time. And it's really important that to me that I'm able to do both. So I haven't really limited myself to thinking about working as a traditional pharmacist forever, but I'd definitely love to find a role that allows me to get the best of both worlds. And I'm really hoping that this internship will guide me towards a particular role or somewhere I can find more information about that.
Yeah, and I'm sure it will. I'm told that Martin is back. Hi, Martin.
Hello there, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. So you are the chair of the adversity panel. How did the Health Data Research UK get involved in this programme?
Well, some time ago, I was sitting with HDR UK with the previous chief exec of the time, Carolyn Craig, and we started to look around the room and say, what representation have we got actually in the room of health data science? The field is new, but it's a really exciting and a really important field. And the lack of diversity there prompted both of us to say, come on, we could do something about this. We can actually change things, and we could actually be an exemplar to get the diverse groups of individuals in the UK engaging in this area. This is going to be exceptionally important.
Yeah, and as Elizabeth there just said on the other line, how important it is for the representation, because she didn't necessarily see it growing up. What are your long-term goals for the programme?
The long-term goals is to show the UK as an exemplar, and to be able to take what we're doing here in the UK from the Black Internship programme and replicate that in other parts of the world. So, there are already discussions taking place around how do we also show representation in this wonderful world of health data science in Texas, in Dallas, and also to ensure that every part of the different areas of communities can be represented in this field.
Yeah, and I think that is so important. And for anyone listening now, if they're thinking this sounds like something I want to get involved in, how can they get involved for the 2023 programme or find out a little bit more about it?
Well, we're currently closed about the 2023. We're fully engaged, but the 2024 programme will be taking place.
Yes.
And I think it's about going on to hdruk.org.uk and seeing what the programme is there, following our interns, using social media to link in with the existing interns and follow their experiences, and the organisations. But more importantly, follow the field of health data science, because we are completely underrepresented, and this is a way of engaging at an early stage and understanding the opportunity of the new world.
Yes. Martin, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for joining me as well, Elizabeth. And if you're listening and you want to get involved, please do, because it sounds absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for joining me, guys.
Thank you too.
Thank you.